Hello, word listeners, and welcome back. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me for another exciting vocabulary adventure. Today's word is comparable. Let's dive right in. Comparable is an adjective, and at a C1 level, it means able to be compared, similar enough to be compared. Think about things that share enough characteristics that you can reasonably assess their similarities and differences. We often use it when we're evaluating or contrasting things. For example, you might say this brand's laptop is comparable in price to that one. Now, let's explore some synonyms. A really good synonym for comparable is similar. These two cars are similar in terms of fuel efficiency. Another great synonym is analogous. For example, the human heart is analogous to a pump. A third synonym that comes to mind is equivalent. You might say, his qualifications are equivalent to hers. Finally, let's consider alike. The twins are very much alike. Now let's flip the coin and look at antonyms, words with opposite meanings. A key antonym for comparable is dissimilar. These two books are entirely dissimilar in their themes. Another antonym is different. The cultures of these two countries are very different. A third antonym we can think about is unrelated. The two incidents are unrelated and shouldn't be linked. How about incomparable? Her beauty is incomparable. Lastly, distinct. They are distinct species of birds. Now, how can you use comparable in everyday life? Well, imagine you're shopping for a new phone. You might ask a friend, are the cameras on these two phones comparable? Or perhaps you're discussing job offers. You could say the salaries are comparable, but the benefits package is much better at the second company. Think about using it when you're talking about food. The taste of this imported chocolate is comparable to the locally made version. When planning a trip, you might consider if the prices of flights from different airlines are comparable. If you're discussing movies, you could say, this new action film is comparable to other blockbusters this summer. Let's look at some more sentence examples. The quality of their work is comparable to that of experienced professionals. Another example, the cost of living in the city is comparable to that of other major urban centers. Her skill as a painter is comparable with the master's. This software's features are comparable to the leading industry standard. The test results were comparable across all the different groups. Phrases can also highlight the use of this word. By comparable standards, their achievement is remarkable. On a comparable scale, the challenge is immense. In comparable circumstances, anyone would have felt the same. The two companies are comparable in size and revenue. This design is comparable to others in the museum collection. One more. The levels of pollution in these two cities are barely comparable. Let's recap. Comparable means able to be compared, similar enough to be assessed. We discussed synonyms like similar, analogous, equivalent, and alike. We also explored antonyms such as dissimilar, different, unrelated, incomparable, and distinct. And we talked about how to use comparable in everyday conversations, from shopping to discussing job offers. That brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word. I hope you found this exploration of comparable helpful. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show, and it means the world to me. As a call to action, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word comparable and share it in the comments below this video. I'm looking forward to reading your creative examples. Bye for now and happy learning! See you next time on Hello Word. Create your own sentence using the word comparable and share it in the comments below this video.